Hola, estudiantes. We are going to continue our conversation with the preterite tense, and we're going to talk about funky stems today. So we're talking about this umbrella of the preterite tense, and that to express ideas that happened in the past. So under that umbrella of the preterite tense, with our specific verbs, we've got our AR, ER, and IR, just regular conjugations. We've got 5 verbs that are completely irregular in the preterite tense. And today we're going to add to that list with funky stems. Now, you're going to get a few today. We're really going to work on being comfortable with these. And then later, towards the end of the school year, you guys will add some additional verbs to this list. So, let's get started. First of all, funky stems. What's the stem of a verb? What's the stem of the verb? What do you think? Jot down what you think. If you said it is the stem of the verb is the base of what is left when you take off that AR, ER, or IR ending, you are correct. So if you've got hablar, and then you take off the AR, then you're left with the stem. I want you to go ahead and write an additional example of the stem of any verb you want to, but it can't be hablar. So I want you to write an example and then underline the stem of the verb. Got it? Okay. So, then why do we call these funky stems in the preterite tense? Or why do we refer to these verbs as funky stems? Well, we refer to them as funky stems because you must change their initial stem of the infinitive in the preterite tense to come up with your conjugation. Okay? So you must change their stem in the preterite tense, as well as they've got a different set of endings. Okay? So different from what is the infinitive, and then they've got different endings. So without further ado, your funky stems are our verb estar, poder, poner, saber, and tener. And we've got a couple of verbs in this list that their meaning changes a little bit when we are using them in the preterite tense, and I'll talk about those here shortly. So we've got estar means to be, and it's estuve is our funky stem. So instead of taking off that AR, then we've got estuve instead of est. Poder, our verb to be able to or to can, means like succeeded, managed to do something, or if it's negative, you failed to do something. So it's that idea of, was something successfully done, or was something tried but not completed? If you just say like, no pude. Does that make sense? We'll continue to work with that one. So that's one that changes meanings a little bit. And then we've got poner, to put, pus, saber, to know in that general form, but it means in the preterite tense, it means found out. And that's soup. And then tener, to have, is tuve, which I kind of have already given you just maybe glimpses a little bit. So those are our funky stems: estar, poder, poner, saber, tener. All right, so let's talk about what those endings look like. And our endings are iste, o, imos, isteis, and iheron. Notice with these endings, they don't have any accents either. So I had would be tuve. Those are your pretty straightforward. So let's take an opportunity to practice. I want you on your notes to write down I had, we found out, that idea of she managed to do something, she was successful in doing something, they put, you all, Spain, were, and so on and so forth. So I want you to hit pause. I'd write down the English and the Spanish so you can refer back to your notes if need be. So go ahead and hit pause, and I'll go over the answers shortly. All right. Let's see how you did. Las respuestas. I had, tuve. We found out, supe. Let's see here. She managed, or she was successful in doing something. Pudo. Let's see here. They put would be pusieron. You all were in Spain. Were estuvisteis. It's kind of a fun word to say. She put would be puso. I was, estuve. Let's see here. We managed or we succeeded would be pudimos. You found out, supimos. Pudimos, supimos. And let's see here. You all formal had would be tuvieron. All right. So we're going to really focus on these verbs this week. These are verbs that we use quite a bit, some of them. So our comfort level needs to be really high so we can use them in addition to our other types of conjugations that we've been working with. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for your time.